The big headline is that Barack Obama is coming to see you in Moscow in July. What's the significance of that, do you suppose, Matthew?
Well, it's significant because it's a first trip to Russia by this new US president, of course. In fact, this whole meeting between President Obama and his Russian counterpart, Dmitry Medvedev, was the first real tangible sign of these two administrations doing what they said they want to do, which is reset the very difficult, very strained relations that they've experienced, the two countries, over the past several years, over a whole range of issues like NATO expansion, like deploying elements of the US controversial missile shield in Eastern Europe, the war in Georgia, the former Soviet Republic last year, of course, heightened tensions as well between the two states. This is the first step on a long and difficult road, Charles, to try and find areas of cooperation and to try and step back from the abyss, as it were, and to build bridges between Russia and the United States again. They seem to have done that in these talks. Apparently they went pretty well. That's at least the message we got from the two leaders after the meeting broke up. They also issued joint statements, one of which said that they would start negotiating immediately to cut the numbers of nuclear weapons both countries still hold. That's significant because when those negotiations start, which will be soon, that will be the first time they've been talking about this issue for more than a decade. So I think it went pretty well, all things considered, Charles.
Yeah, I'm looking actually at the pictures on the right of the viewers' screens at the moment, and I'm struck by the quality actually of the body language between the two. Very affable, joking, laughing, smiling, in a very sort of genuine, spontaneous kind of way. Matthew, I think it's tempting to say that the kind of Medvedev-Obama era makes it feel as if the Putin-Bush era is a long way behind us somehow already, just after this first meeting.
Yeah, I think that may certainly be true, although, of course, there are a number of caveats I'd put on that. First of all, the personal relationship, you may remember, between President Bush and who was and the President of Russia back then, President Putin, now the country's Prime Minister, was very good indeed. They were quite good friends, actually. But behind that personal kind of warmth, the relationship in terms of the affairs between the two countries deteriorated to a very low point, the biggest dip perhaps since the breakup of the Soviet Union, since the end of the Cold War. The real low point came last August when Russia invaded the former Soviet Republic of Georgia. The United States is an ally of Georgia. The two countries traded very harsh words over that issue, a range of other issues as well. The big question, the big challenge is, will these two new presidents, President Medvedev in Russia, President Obama in the United States, will they be able to, transfer this personal warmth they may kind of get between them into some really good, concrete, positive steps in terms of the relationship between the two countries. Bush and Putin essentially failed to do that. Will Medvedev and Obama be successful?